Hello?
Yes. Okay, so we have Ameera right now, and then she used to live in Pakistan before. Can you tell us like where in Pakistan did you live?
Yes, I live in Hyderabad city. It's in the
Okay,
province of Sindh.
how long did you live in Pakistan?
8 years, exactly 8 years.
Okay, okay, so 8 years, yeah. And then when the first time you came to Pakistan, you arrived to Pakistan, what was your first impressions with that country?
Hmm. It was a very different environment that I used to be in Latin
Mhm.
America. A lot of people. The streets also very big. Some the houses also they were enormous, and they were like some houses that were very fancy, and other areas were looking very poor. So, and the other things also really was impressing me was the type of transportation. Like I never have seen in my life like rickshaws, or buses very crowded.
And then how about the area, the facility, the hygiene? Like they have like good facility, like good infrastructure, like the street is good, or the electricity is good, the water is clean, or what do you think about that?
Well, I think I was lucky that I live in a good area. It was a private area of the government employees. So there was security, but there were some places where there was no security at all. Uh, about the facilities, when one of the best hospital there was around 50-20 minutes from home. The remaining, there were like some hospitals, they were small, like they were like 5-10 minutes from home. So in case of any emergency, yeah, it was easy to go there. And also another good thing that there were a lot of schools close to the home, of every type. There were, like government school, Islamic school. About the things of the water, I couldn't drink, the water. I drank it, but I became ill. So we have no choice that we used to drink water from the big bottles.
I see. So, okay. So the thing is like this, when you live there, we cannot drink water from the tap
Yeah.
if we don't get used to it. Yeah, because that's not hygiene, the water. So you have to you had to buy mineral
Yes.
water, and then how much it costs?
Mm, I think it was like less than 200 rupees.
Uh, Pardon, can you repeat it again?
Yeah, like
Less
less
than
than 200 rupees. It was you
200
can say
rupees.
like one
Okay.
dollar and a half.
$1 and then half. And then you can drink this water like for how long? Like
for
for a day or 2 days
for
or three
one
days?
almost 1 week. The big one. You used to buy the
Oh, okay,
biggest one.
1 week. Okay, the big
Yeah.
one. Okay, understood. Okay, yeah. Um, okay, so about the educations, about the school there, so do you think the educations in your province, in your city is good? The building of the school is good? What do you think?
Uh, I was not that happy when the school of the my son, for example, although
Mhm.
it was good, but I think there were better schools like with more facilities, even bigger. So, but that was one of the classes, and also it was an it was a Islamic school. So for us, my husband chose it. It was we agreed, we will put our child there. But I saw, there were others who were having another things that maybe the things are there. Another also important thing is that in Pakistan, there are schools also ruled by the education of UK, like, British schools, American schools. So, and also they were the Pakistani standard. They see different subjects. And some of them, for example, of the foreign school, they are a little expensive. So that depends also the source of the income of the couple, of the parents, that they can put the children there.
Okay, so I want to know, like, how about the local people there? The local people prefer to put their children to Islamic school or to like international standard, like UK school or American school?
I think that also depends of the how is the level of the family income. For example, in my husband family, uh, they used to prefer the international schools. Like, there is a famous school in Pakistan called Bacon School. That is also good, but it's a little expensive. Mostly they prefer this one for foreign studies, in the university.
How about the university in your city? Like many people like go to local university or they go to like, for example, like Lahore or Islamabad University?
Hmm. Mostly they used to go to the local university there in our city. They were one of the biggest at Sindh University. It was there in Hyderabad. There was also another good one of LOMS, of Medical University. There was another of engineer.
Okay,
Only
so yeah, yes.
there was a case, for example, one of the cousins of my, you know, of my husband, she wanted, for example, to study arts. There was a very good university in Lahore. So in that case, for example, they allow her to go there. So that also depends, how what they prefer.
Okay, so interesting. So the university in your city, in your province, it's good for medical and then also engineer major, yeah. And then if they want to study arts, they have to go to another university outside the city. And then how about the female? About the female one, because many of them are still conservative and they don't think like sending their doctor alone to study outside the city is a good thing. So do you think this kind of culture still, like many people do this in your city, or they are more modern right now, they are more free to send their doctor like alone to study outside the city?
Yeah, they were a little more flexible in that, but only the thing that they don't allow so much is to send their daughters abroad, because they think that thing will be very liberal, or maybe they will change. For example, in the case of my family where I used to live, they sent two daughters. One went to university close to a little more from Islamabad, and the other went to Lahore. So they mostly, in Pakistan, another good thing also, there are hostels only for girls. So there are no this misgathering, and there are others who maybe, mostly they will be separately, boys and girls. So they also, the parents, they feel more comfortable to send their daughters to this type of university when they are just separately.
I see. And then how about the university there, especially the big university? Because I heard that there are some university who separate the gender as well, like just this is like for female university, and then that's for male university, female school, a male school as well. And then how about the university? They mix the gender as well, or they put
Yeah,
it in a
mostly
specific,
for example, the one of engineer or in the university, they are all mixed in the classrooms.
or mix it? Okay.
Hmm.
And then yeah, and then how about the interactions between like boys and girls in Pakistan, especially at school? Do they like mingle and then be friends, or completely no?
They, I think, when they are mixed, yeah, some of them they get, in this relationship of friendship. that also depends of how is the behavior of the girl, because normally we think, sometimes they are very conservative, but in another cases, no, they easily mix with them with another boys, or even they have a friendship. That also all depends how is the girl, how she behaves.
Okay, so but if, for example, parents send the girl's doctor to school, and then they have like male friends, and then get close to them, like what do they people and then parents think like, oh, my doctor doesn't behave well correctly, or it's okay for them?
That will depend also of the family, because in Sona, I used to see that they didn't used to allow them to have, for example, this type of friendships. In another, even the girls, they are also very careful if the parents they found out this kind of things. In another, yeah, maybe she have, some classmates only for the type of work of, university work, and that's it. But in
Yes.
another families, it's very delicate, this matter.
Okay.